This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
Two long-serving institutions celebrated their years of existence by attending a church service this morning at Evangelistic Temple. For 30 years, the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation has served to facilitate home ownership dreams for thousands of Bahamians. And the Bank of the Bahamas also has left its mark celebrating 25 years. Representatives from both presented tokens to the body of Evangelistic Temple, where they worshipped earlier today. Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie was also in attendance and highlighted the role of the organizations. To the Bank of the Bahamas, he pointed out that despite the challenges in the economy, the future looks promising.
The government has just agreed and finished the package of refunding housing and development of housing and therefore the mortgage corporation. I expect there to be significant activity in the immediate future in the housing sector. I've seen all the signs that would satisfy me, subject to what is happening in the United States of America today in terms of the shutdown. But subject to that, the signs are very encouraging as to what's happening with our economy. And therefore,
Thousands of young people taken to the streets today to participate in the annual youth parade, among them the Pathfinders, Girls and Boy Scouts, and Church of God and Urban Renewal marching bands. The event started at the National Stadium and ends there at the rally. Youth Director Darren Turnquist says he was happy with the turnout.
One of the major things that we're excited about in the ministry, and that's our connection to youth organizations. We have a demonstration of so many organizations here who really show that there are more young people doing positive things and there are young people doing negative things. So really we have over at least 80 groups here with us. 80 groups that told us they were coming, but of course we have probably another 30 groups that just showed up today, so we're excited about that.
Many may find it difficult understanding the changes that elderly go through. However, Sandals Rehabilitation Center will host a special forum on Thursday, sharing knowledge with those that deal with the older ones. It will be held under the theme Mental Health and Older Adults, and topics to be discussed include depression, Alzheimer's disease, management of difficult older adults, and preventing suicide. Senior Nursing Officer of Geriatric Hospital, Janista Toot-Knowles, encourages the public to take advantage of this free symposium.
Alzheimer's disease is a very horrific, terrifying, it's hard to manage, and we would like to teach persons exactly how it's possible, the possibility of actually living through this. Depression also is usually undiagnosed. In fact, it is the most undiagnosed condition in the older adult because persons think or they categorize it under dementia, and it's actually depression. So it's very important that our public, community persons come, especially persons who care for older persons who have older relatives at home, and you will understand that there's no blame, that these things just happen, but there is a way to deal with it.
And over in Exuma, our skipper Julian Gibson took to the seas during the annual Fishy Fest in Georgetown to see what he could catch. Well, he tells us how it all went down.
18 boats left various sites in Exuma for the fishing tournament. The boats went so far out to sea, we were only able to catch up to 2 fishing boats. In fact, we couldn't see any part of Exuma or the Keys. Captain Pat Smith really took us miles out to sea. While out to sea, well, Captain Smith and I went head-to-head in our own fishing tournament. Even with his twins hiding the bait and tangling up my line all day, I was still able to beat Captain Smith 92 to 67 snappers. Now in the real fishing competition, when the boats returned shortly before 2 p.m. yesterday, they all had impressive amounts of fish. So guys, how did it go?
Couldn't get it better. The weather was good, the fish biting. Couldn't ask for nothing better than that.
You know exactly where to go for these snappers, eh?
Oh yeah, well when you're going out there, fishing in days, and when you're out there fishing, you find spots and then you mark them, and this was the right time for them spots where you get marked.
We had a late start, but we did pretty well. I think we came in maybe about second or so. So, I think we're pretty pleased with what we did so far today.
Now winning the championship was the team of Headley, Jameen, and Edison Smith.
It's a very great feeling because the reason why it's a great feeling, This is my first time taking part in it, and all of those other years, I've been seeing my boys and old in my area lose. So I make a very special effort this year, and I told them we taking part and we will not lose. We know the fishermen, man, because we're fishermen. I told them we catch 400 fish, we catch 420 some fish.
Member of Parliament for Exuma and Ragged Island, Honorable Anthony Morse, also congratulated the 3-0 at the closing ceremonies.
You have managed to dethrone the Johnson brothers and father, because I always thought that they were the best fishermen on the island, but you've come to show me something better.
A successful fishing tournament in Exuma. Reporting for the ZNS News Network, I am Julian Gibson.
And that does it for this portion of the news. Stay tuned, though. Sports is next with Charles Fisher.